Forrest. He's in one himself this year, and his teammate is as well. That's Robert Height, and he is on the line now to face Gary Densham, who has been racing in the finals since 1979. There's the points for Funny Car. Jack Beckman just 12 back. Cruz just 15 back. That's close. Ron Capps, I'd say that's probably gone now. Let's go to John Kernan.
Down at Antron Brown's pit as the crew is getting the car ready for that second round matchup with Larry Dixon. Talked to Brian Corradi and Mark Oswald. Said the only problem was they put a hole out at 3.3. Antron said that probably had to do with the car and the way it reacted. It went right. He had to crank a lot of left wheel into it. Said they should have run better than the 383. They expect to do that against Dixon.
And there's something that sometimes is hard to understand. There's so much pressure coming out of these exhaust pipes, and the torque of the engine itself just pushes the car around. You really have to fight it all the way.
Well, like you said, when you got to jerk the wheel to get it back in the groove, it wants to slide that back in, the tire gets loose, unloads the engine, drops the cylinder, slows them down, but luckily you got the win.
Gary Densham fades. Robert Height does what he needs, and another contender moves on. Robert Height goes to the second round, where he will face either Jeff Oren or Ron Capps. Go to the top end to Gary Gerald.
With Cruz Pedregon, how much tension are you feeling on this day?
Too much tension. Probably got to back it down a notch. I gotta slow my own flows down a little bit. I'm pretty amped up, but you need to find a happy medium there. But the car ran well. I was in a little bit there, so. But man, these first round wins are tough. Never get easier, no matter how long you've been doing it. But a big win for the Snap-on Toyota, man. Get by Tasca. That's a great car there, and so we're in the next round, and we'll see where we go from here.
Thanks, Cruiser.
Thank you.
Well, the next pair is number one in the points, number one qualifier, Matt Hagan. He faces John Capps. On Monday Night Football, the Green Bay Packers, number one team in the country, welcome the Vikings to Lambeau Field. Coverage begins at 7 with Monday Night Countdown served by Applebee's. Well, you remember 1 year ago when Bob Tasca took Matt Hagan down? The look on his face, total pain, total dejection. He could not believe that he had just lost his chance at a championship. And that continued on for some time. Well, what about this year? The guy who won it, John Forrest, is not in the game. Matt Hagan still is. This is first round for him. Goes up against Ron Capps' brother, John Capps. You know who's really interested in this one? That guy right there. He's sitting back behind the line, keeping an eye on it, because if Hagan wins and Beckman wins, they will meet one another in the second round. And that little points difference won't make any difference at all when it's over.
Matt Hagan's your number one qualifier. Running a great 403 elapsed time in qualifying. 500's quicker than his next closest competitor, Tommy Cagalago's crew chief. He's not afraid to get after it now, but he's going to try to race smart here on race day. Like I said, he has a very forgiving racetrack, but you can't take John Capps too lightly. He's driving for the Worsham family. Chuck Worsham, you see there. Dale Worsham's also been over there kind of looking things over. This car usually goes down the racetrack and makes a representative run. So, obviously, Matt Hagan, Tommy Cagalago, they're going to have to go out there and just get after it. Not too much.
And John Capps is racing for his brother, because if John Capps would win, then he keeps his brother alive. Matt Hagan wins this round, and that man, Ron Capps, is eliminated from the competition in terms of the countdown to a championship. Matt Hagan all the way. Ron Capps is now eliminated from contention for a Wally. You saw Robert Height looking on as well. They're all probably saying, well, we do not need this powerhouse running so well, and that was a pretty good run. Ron Capps, well, he was watching and realizing it's over. I'm out of it.
Yeah, he knew it was a long shot, but still it's tough when it is finally officially over.
Yeah, but there's still the race for the Wally for the event itself. Gary Gerald.
With Robert Height, Imagine you were a John Capps fan there for a few moments.
Yeah. You know, a lot of things out of our control today. You know, this is the 60th anniversary of the NHRA, and at the beginning of the season, they announced they were going to give the pewter trophies away, and you just hope that you get one. You know, we've collected 5 along the way, and we're going to go into this race today. Round 1 we got done, but we want to get another one for this Auto Club team and finish the year strong. Everybody remembers who won the last race, but good job to Hagen. Neff still got a shot, and we're pulling him for him.
All right, thank you, Robert. The odds got a lot longer for Robert Height. He now has to factor in a possible national ET record for bonus points. That's the only way he could win a championship.
On the line now, Mike Neff and Alexis DeJoria. Mike Neff, one of the contenders. Everything's a must-win for Mike, 60 points behind. A lot of celebrities hanging around the place. Dave Reed?
Yep, hanging out with John Paul DeJoria, Dan Aykroyd. Dan, you've done so many things in your life. What do you think about this right now?
This is the essence of America, of Southern California culture, and automotive engineering. I'm going to watch my friend run.
You betcha. Wild and crazy guy John Paul wants to get him up there where he can feel it everywhere.
I couldn't have said it better myself.
Exactly.
He knows his drag racing.
As a blues brother, remember him mentioning the Chrysler Hemi? Must win for Neff. Can't say it enough.
Well, let's look at the numbers from qualifying. You know, typical Mike Neff, consistent race car going down the racetrack. He's the number 3 qualifier, 408, 412, 414. Alexis did get 4 runs because the rain. We got rained out after they ran a few runs of our pair of funny cars. Alexis was one of them. In the evening, got her a little over close to the wall, but she said that was part of the learning curve, and she's going to be ready for today.
Mike Neff. Can't blame anybody. He took himself red light there. So Alexis DeJoria turns on the red light, and her dad just realized it. Mike Neff has the win. 4:15. And they don't understand it just yet.
Dad didn't see the red light. She just thought she was way out ahead of Mike Neff, and it's like, wow, yeah.
She was.
Unfortunately, she left a little bit too early and handed the win to Mike Neff.
That's the kind of way it works when you leave early. Let's go to Gary Carroll.
Interested observer, of course, Matt Hagen. So, getting through the first round, pressure increases or has it decreased at all with that win?
Well, Gary, you got to take it one round at a time. You know, our team's working really hard, and I've turned it over to the good Lord above, and it'll play out how it plays out. All I can do is my part in this thing. I know the guys are working hard. Tommy's working hard. This Die Hard car's running strong, and we're just having some fun.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Well, so Matt Hagen has made it through. Robert Height has made it through. We wait for Jack Beckman to come up as he has a big moment. It's a big guy, a tough guy. Tim Wilkerson will come up against Jack Beckman. Wilkerson could be very, very dangerous.